Hi, welcome to the Wisdom Inspired Talk podcast. Thank you for joining me today. I am Yomi Akipelu, your wisdom coach, speaker, teacher, and author of Blow the Cap Off Your Capability and other books. In this podcast, we will learn from the wisdom of wise men and women from ancient and contemporary times. We will glean wisdom from books, biographies, teachings, quotes, and sayings of sages through the ages. So, let's dive right in. Today, we'll be speaking about action. But let's start with a story. On a cold December evening, after a tiring day, working as a departmental store seamstress, a young lady stepped onto the Cleveland Avenue bus for the ride home. She found a seat on the 5th row and rested her weary legs. Now this should be a relaxing journey home. Well, it turned out not to be. As the bus filled up, Montgomery bus driver James Blake ordered the lady and 3 others on the 5th row to relinquish their seats and move to the back of the bus. This was 1955, Montgomery, Alabama, USA. In Montgomery, Alabama, segregation was rife. The white sat on the front rows of the bus and the colored sat from the 5th row onwards. When a bus became full, colored passengers were asked to give up their seats to the white passengers. At the demand of the driver, 3 riders complied. The lady, Rosa Parks, did not. The following is an excerpt of what happened. "Are you going to stand up?" the driver demanded. Rosa Parks looked straight at him and said, "No." Flustered and not quite sure what to do, Blake retorted, "Well, I'm going to have you arrested." And Parks, still sitting next to the window, replied softly, "You may do that." She was arrested and jailed and fined $10. Civil rights activists organized a one-day bus boycott on the day of her trial. With its success, they founded the Montgomery Improvement Association, MIA, and began a citywide bus boycott, led by the new local minister, you guessed it, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, the boycott lasted 381 days. Many African American citizens made sacrifices of time and energy to walk to work and other destinations. As they comprised the majority of the bus passengers, the boycott greatly reduced the profits of the bus company. Eventually, on the 23rd of November 1956, the United States Supreme Court ruled in favor of the MIA. Bus segregation was declared unconstitutional. Hooray! Now, the boycott was important for mobilizing people in the civil rights movement. Now, what seemed like a small act by a quiet, unassuming woman who just wanted a seat after work to relax her weary legs triggered massive change. And this chain of events changed the United States. On a cold winter day, somewhere in the universe, a gear in the machinery shifted. Action, decisive action, saved the day. Do you know that the test of a person lies in action? Knowledge does not lead to success. Application of knowledge does. Action is the real measure of intelligence. The litmus test for wisdom is action. Action is the proper fruit of knowledge. One right action is more valuable than 1,000 good intentions. Faith without corresponding works is like gold within the earth. It's of little value until it is mined. It is not enough to know that you know. It is more important that you show that you know. So the key required to achieve your goal in life is this: action, action, action. Yes, massive action. Success comes as a result of an accumulation of actions performed by you every single day. And these actions put you one step closer to achieving your overall goal. Mark Twain said, "The secret to getting started is breaking your complex everyday tasks into small, manageable tasks, and then starting with the first one." Frank Clark, an American politician, said, "What great accomplishments we would have in the world if everybody would just do what they intended to do." And you know the saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's not enough to have good intentions. You must act. The secret to getting ahead is getting started, because prolonged idleness paralyzes initiative. To the hesitant mind, everything is impossible because it seems so. Now, what you do now is the only influence you have over your future. Everything great happens when you start, when you take the first step. Don't be afraid to take small steps. Many times the impossible is simply the untried. Take the steps that get you beyond the starting point. Soon you'll get to a point of no return. Don't let what you can't do stop you from what you can do. So don't just sit there, get moving, put legs to those dreams. Will Rogers said, "Even if you're on the right track, you will get run over if you just sit there." Isn't that a great quote? And General George Patton said, "A good battle plan that you can act on today can be better than a perfect one tomorrow." The courage to begin is the same courage it takes to succeed. Winning starts with beginning. So the beginning is a crucial part in any endeavor. Without beginning, there can be no end result. And worse than a quitter is anyone who is afraid to begin. Frankly, in my opinion, 80% of success is showing up and starting. You will be disappointed, of course, if you fail, but you are doomed if you don't even try. To win, you must begin. Dare to begin, because no endeavor is worse than that which is not attempted. Steve Harvey said, "Life is 10% of what happens to you, and it's 90% of what you do about it." So every day, do all that you can do that day, every single day. I know you cannot foresee the results of even the most trivial acts, but you know, some things are working, forces are working on your behalf when you get moving. Much may be depending on your doing just a simple act. It may be the very thing that would open the door of opportunities to great possibilities. It may be the door that would open and connect you to people who will connect you to your dream. You can never know all the combinations which supreme intelligence is making for you in the realm of the unseen or natural. Your neglect or failure to do some small thing may cause a long delay in getting what you want. Jim Rohn said, "A week of neglect could cost you a year of regret." So don't neglect to do the little things, the small daily actions. Remember, if you never jump, your parachute will never open. And if you don't jump, you will never soar. So jump and grow your wings on the way down. Now that's all for today. Until next time, keep on growing in wisdom and maturity. Blow the cap off your capability. Be unstoppable. Be awesome. I'm cheering you on.